Hey, welcome. Happy Lonely Friday night, everybody. Lonely Friday live here at youtube.com/notsam. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. I see you in there. I hope you're feeling good. I already see somebody, Sam Banks, asking if I got that Rucking Fountain Empire Records shirt last night. I didn't get it last night. And so now it's just, I still might get the long sleeve, but now I don't have the limited edition t-shirt. I fell asleep before midnight. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? I was so lonely I fell asleep. But hey, you know it's Friday and it's no longer 420. So we can finally rely on a partner in loneliness. Hot Dog is back.
Is the insinuation that I was too busy on 420? Just
the way I remember it, I go, it's 420, bruh. Are you going to be here for the show? And you just wrote back, it's 420, bruh. And then that was it. So
I said, you know what that means? I just smoked your ass.
No, yeah, I know. And I was like, that's true. I appreciate you smoking my ass. And I appreciate you coming back even after that. Hot Dog is here. Everybody's good. It's a lonely Friday. We're all feeling great. It's going to be a fantastic weekend for everybody except that guy who was on the airplane with Mike Tyson. Was there anything better? What a way to start off. And I guess technically it didn't start off a weekend, but just something to dig our teeth into on a Thursday and on a Friday. Of course, we're all talking about it. We get to see the Lion, Mike Tyson, return. You know, Mike Tyson has been a real nice guy for a real long time now. He does these movies like The Hangover where he's making fun of himself. The old Mike Tyson did not make fun of himself, okay? Like, I think people take for granted when you watch those press conferences of the old Mike Tyson, because, like, everybody, talks shit now in their press conferences, right? You got, Conor McGregor out here saying this, and, what's his name? The guy who wears the MAGA hats at the
Covington or whatever.
Kobe Covington, getting everybody fired up, and I love it. I love all of it. I love all the shit talking. But Mike Tyson was real. When Mike Tyson stood up there, Mike Tyson would threaten the audience. He would threaten his opponent and then the audience. I don't think you understand. I take all this medication to stop me from killing y'all. And then you looked into his eyes and you were like, it's true. I don't know what Customato did, but thank God he saved us all. We all would have been goners. Remember the quote? Well, he said, I'll fuck you till you love me.
I was going to mention that one. That's a very menacing line.
It is. We talk about things being forever a lot, and they're never forever. It's always like a meme for a day or whatever. That's never gone away. Nobody's ever had a more threatening line than that. Because you looked at him and you were like, he's gonna force himself on me. He is going to. And I'm gonna resist it first. And I'm gonna tell him not to, but I don't know if it'll be, just captor. I don't know if the syndrome. I don't know what it'll be. But at some point, I'll say, I think I love you, Mike.
You think after enough times of Mike Tyson fucking you,
I saw
fall
it
in love?
I saw it in his eyes. I said,
Okay.
yeah, I think you'll get me there. If anybody can, Mike, I think it's you. And all that went away. He's coming on our show. He's been on Jim and Sam doing great interview. I have a photo with Mike Tyson where he's pretending to bite me in the ear. Self-deprecating. And I trust him to pretend to bite me in the ear. The old Mike Tyson, you would never trust to pretend to bite you in the ear. You know why? Because he might bite you in the ear. There was nothing that told you yeah, I don't. I think that he's going to take this in good humor. And even when he was pretending to do it, he had like his hand on my shoulder, and it was one of those grips, and he wasn't even doing it on purpose, where you realize the outcome of this moment is not in my control. What happens here this morning is dependent on what Mike decides to do. It's his call whether I leave with injury or not, and that's
like a teddy bear,
yeah,
or something. You know,
that
he's
could,
nice,
right? But you're like, but I'm a bear. Like, if I decide to stop being a teddy bear and go like, no, actually, I'm a grizzly bear. Well, then you're fucked, and it is what it is, you know. And we found that out, but I mean, it's still
wasn't it Patrice who had that line of like, I hate how comfortable white people are around you now,
around Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, honestly, if you look at the tape, he is still subdued. I mean, the fact that that guy was able to walk off that plane, that was Mike's choice. That was because Mike Tyson decided, I'm only going to leave you with a few grazes. It goes back to being a bear, right? If the bear wanted to maul you, you'd just get mauled. If the bear wanted to tear you limb from limb, you'd be torn limb from limb. It's up to the bear. And in this case, it was up to Mike Tyson. So this is the way it goes down. This guy, you can already see. Already. I don't even have to play the video. Just that first frame of the guy, looks like it's his first time in first class, and he's leaning over to Mike Tyson. You can already see here? See how his head is already out of his own personal space? See how his head is leaning over? Like, as far as I'm concerned, in first class, I don't get to do first class very often. But in first class, you own the airspace as well. You have air rights above your head. Honestly, in coach, you have air rights above your head. Can you imagine somebody poking over their seat, regardless of where you're sitting on the plane, and getting into your airspace? That is, it's infuriating. Okay?
It's one of the most punchable faces off rep I've ever seen in my life.
Then you look up and it's like just looking at that guy, you're like on site. And you're like, why? What did he ever do to you? Just look at his face. Look at his face and the way he's pointing to his buddy that's filming, I guess. And Mike is just trying to sit and enjoy himself. You can already see where this is going as soon as the video starts. Because they go, Mike Tyson punched a guy on a plane. And you're like, what? That doesn't sound like Mike Tyson. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Did you watch the video? No, I just watched the first frame. I think I get it already. Mike Tyson did what all of us would have thought about doing. Here he is. God bless TMZ for getting this.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson.
It is crazy.
My dog done got lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some
Wait a minute.
shroom.
Okay. I've been trying to... he's rapping, he said, with Mike Tyson. Right? Didn't he just say that he's crazy, he's rapping? And that would make sense when he's using hand gestures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a possibility this guy was using language that he shouldn't have been using?
Like the N-word?
I mean, if he's rapping and he's feeling...
I mean, I don't think that's the catalyst for what happened, though. I think the catalyst was just him being an annoying fuck. Maybe that's like an extra sprinkle on top.
Bro, you know how annoying it would be if this guy was throwing around words he shouldn't be throwing around? That would probably make him even more annoying. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. How comfortable are you that you can throw that around me? I'm just saying, there's a lot going on here already. When he's leaning over and he's laughing, like, I don't know you. I would want to hit him already. You know, I've met people that it's like, they're just too comfortable. It's like they feel like they're friends, and there's something, it's almost like you feel like your car got robbed. Like there's something violating about it, you know, where your humanity is being taken from you. Because this person doesn't see Mike Tyson as a fellow human being. This is not how you treat a fellow human being. He's objectifying Mike Tyson.
Like a circus act.
Like a circus animal. Like he's gonna take a picture in front of the bars and he's gonna throw shit at the tiger because the tiger can't do anything.
You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. That shit crazy as
He should have never gave you niggas money.
Oh, that fucking face of his.
They're saying peasants. I guess they're probably just goofing around because they're in first class or whatever. I'm assuming they're in first class, right? I mean, that's the front of the plane.
That looks like that looks like that's not JetBlue coach. I'll tell you that.
It looks like JetBlue Mint to me. From what I've seen walking by it, anyway. Okay, and then we go right to the punches. Hey. Mike has thrown repeated punches. There was a catalyst to that. That was not just Mike going, well, I could call the stewardess, but instead I'm going to punch this guy repeatedly in the face. Mike knows, too. If anybody has been through the legal system, it's Mike Tyson. Mike knows that there is a population of people that are just waiting for Mike Tyson to make a mistake. Mike doesn't want to be this guy. Okay?
He ran it through his head.
He was like, yeah.
Pros and cons.
He 100% ran it through his head. And it's like, dude, I shouldn't do this, but I can't not do this. This person cannot walk this planet doing whatever it is that he's doing, thinking that he can do that to the baddest man on the planet. Because that's what that is. That's like if he got on the plane and as soon as he saw Mike Tyson was like, hey, you're not the baddest man on the planet anymore at all. I'm not even remotely afraid of you. If he had just literally said that, Mike Tyson would be like, that's so disrespectful. Like, why would, what? But what he did was he proved it through his actions, I think. So I'm shocked that this guy who, by the way, it's been revealed. Have you heard what his name is?
It's going to be some douchey name.
You're not going to be shocked by what his first name is at all.
Chad.
Almost. Close.
What?
Melvin.
Ugh.
And he was acting.
Melvin.
And he is. He's a Melvin. He's a Melvin. Yes.
I've never met a good Melvin.
Melvin. Not only was his name Melvin, but he comes from a long line of people who don't know how to behave. His name is Melvin Townsend III. Okay? Already.
Three Melvins.
That's what I'm saying. All right? Maybe way back when, maybe, what would you say? This, and apparently he's like 30 years old. He's not a child. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely old enough to know better. So I would say his dad would have had to have been born in like 19. If Melvin would have been born at least in like let's say in the early 90s, his dad probably was born in the late 60s, early 70s. Would you say?
Okay.
So maybe,
yeah, I would say.
Maybe if his dad is born in like the late 60s, early 70s, I mean, even then, Melvin as a name had already had its run. But I could maybe let the grandpa off the hook. Like Melvin the First was not aware.
Melvin in the 30s. That's fine.
Exactly. And I think that he might have carried that name with him and into the 60s, 70s gone like, well, I could pass my name on to him. But the level of not being aware and the ego that comes with carrying on the Melvin name into the 90s, the 1990s, late 80s even, and we're still naming people Melvin. You're asking for it. You know what you're asking for, and maybe
wait for Melvin the Fourth.
He probably is. Because he's delusional. He's delusional and he's an asshole. You kind of have to be at least a fraction of an asshole to name your kid Melvin the Third at this point. You have to. And so it's like when the kid ends up being an asshole, it can't be that much of a shock, right? So he's lawyered up because I was surprised that we hadn't gotten an interview with him yet. Who do you think will get the first Melvin interview? Somebody's got to get it.
I hope it's not anything big. I don't want him to get notoriety.
Melvin's going to try to get paid. Okay? Mike Tyson punched you in the face. You're an asshole. You're going to try to get paid. Melvin already is lawyered up. He's 100% going to try to get paid. I think that most people I would hope, for the love of God, that most people see this the same way I do, which is, God bless Mike Tyson. He did what all of us would have wanted to do. Melvin didn't get knocked unconscious. Melvin didn't seem like he had a concussion. He had a couple of grazes on his head. It seemed like for what could have happened to him, it seemed like he came out pretty well.
And he still didn't learn his lesson. Did you not see that little fucking shit face smirk at the end?
Making a sad face. Man, he beat me up. Like still making a mockery of it. Which makes me wonder if maybe the reason he's kind of an asshole is all a defense mechanism based on years of getting bullied because his name's Melvin. Which then again goes back to the dad.
I don't think he was getting bullied. That guy looks like a fucking asshole throughout his high school, middle school, elementary school years.
At some point, his name's Melvin. At some point, he got bullied. And there are people who become assholes to avoid getting bullied. So maybe that's what I'm saying. Like the defense mechanism to not get bullied because your name is Melvin is to become an asshole. Maybe. And if that is the case, then don't you have to blame it on the father for naming him Melvin III? Because it turned him into an asshole. Right? You see my logic?
I see it.
What? No.
Sue the dad.
Oh, so you're saying that the reason he got punched in the face is because he's an asshole. The reason he's an asshole is because of his dad. So instead of Mike Tyson, his dad is culpable.
Yeah, let's get to the cause of this.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, so Tyson's people said everybody across the board, Melvin, Tyson, and the onlookers, and you could tell in the video, say that everything started fine. Like, I thought that the punch came right after the selfie. And even if it had, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. If he didn't give permission for the selfie. Yeah,
it could have came like 5 seconds after that video started.
Immediately. I would have been like, yeah, I get that. I'm on Mike's side still. But that's not the way it went down. Everybody across the board is saying everything was cool. Mike took the selfie. Mike was fine. Everybody across the board is saying Melvin was overexcited. Melvin is a big fan of Mike Tyson. Melvin got pumped. Now, what's up for grabs here is Tyson's people are saying that Melvin threw a water bottle at him. The Tyson camp is saying that Melvin eventually threw a water bottle at Mike Tyson. I could see that happening if Mike just started ignoring Melvin and Melvin got frustrated and, again, was overexcited, looked like he could have been intoxicated. I don't know. And maybe threw a water bottle because he thought it was fun and games. I could see it.
Agitate someone.
Melvin's lawyer, on the other hand, is saying that didn't go down at all. Melvin's lawyer is saying that Melvin didn't throw any water bottle at all. So that's what's being contested right now. And I do have to wonder because clearly they're going to build a legal case. So are we going to end up with Melvin doing interviews? Because right now the problem is that if you just let it play as it is, a lot of people have seen that tape. I think everybody that I've spoken to, for the most part, is on Mike Tyson's side. You know, it was the first time I tweeted something that my @ mentions went crazy and they were actually in support of me. I didn't realize that even happened on Twitter. It was amazing.
A thing?
USA Today was posted. I thought when they said when I got a text from Machine Gun Carl Anderson, actually, that said, oh, hell yeah, brother. I just saw your tweet in USA Today. I was like, oh boy, am I canceled? No, they're
this asshole here. What did I tweet?
Yeah, they're agreeing with you. I was like, that's a thing? You can do that on Twitter? But the jury...
You know what you have to do? You have to do what everyone does when they get a viral tweet and comment underneath and plug your stuff.
That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to all my new followers. If you like this stuff, watch me on Sam Roberts Now on YouTube. Does that ever work? Because I see people do that, and I'm like, oh, somebody's excited. You know, like play it cool. You know, play it a little cool. Oh, did I get a lot of interaction with this tweet? Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh no, I didn't know.
You could have been a little bit shameless. Like, hey, if you want to hear more of my thoughts, listen to Sam Roberts Now.
Like, I'm a professional, you know? I mean, here's the problem with that. That if I do that and it's like, bro, I got 3,000 likes on this tweet, then the perception is that I'm on the radio every day. And they're like, so you're not talking to 3,000 people on the radio? And I'm like, well, I don't know. When you see the actual click, it's exciting, you know? Like, I do a wrestling podcast. Like, you know, I mean, I can't be sitting there and being like, holy shit, this tweet's the biggest thing to ever happen to me. It should just be, this is just Thursday, you know? Plus, that's coming right off the disaster that was the Reese's Pieces tweet, because I don't know if you saw it, but FTR turned on me.
Oh, well, no, I didn't see that one.
Oh, yeah. There was, you know what I made the mistake of doing again? I replied to one of Renee Young's tweets.
Ah,
I don't know why I do it. I don't know why
that
I
is
do it.
toxic.
I know, and now I'm telling you, it's gonna take me 3 days to spoil all the goodwill I've built on the Mike Tyson tweet.
Yeah.
Can't help myself. Hopefully Elon buys it and bans me, so I don't I don't keep making an ass of myself. But I feel like we'll probably next week, if this keeps building, and I don't see why it wouldn't, we probably at some point will get a Melvin interview, because Melvin will want to build sympathy for himself, right? Because otherwise, any jury that hears this case is going to walk in on Tyson's side. You know, that's why that stuff, you have to at least have the court of public opinion be as even as it can, if not completely on your side. At least try to build some sympathy for yourself. But that's going to be tough with Melvin, man. That's going to be really tough.
It's a tough video to overturn.
Plus,
very tough video to overturn. And wasn't that his friend recording? Didn't do him any favors.
It definitely sounds like his friend recording, because it's like, dog, you don't stop. Oh, man, you keep talking to Mike Tyson. Like, he might as well have been saying, you're doing things to Mike Tyson that's going to make him want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
It'll also, he's got to pick his interview very, very wisely. You know, like if he does Don Lemon, then half the country will hate him. If he does Tucker Carlson, half the country will hate him. He's got to do like, maybe he'll do like, maybe Gayle King, maybe Lester Holt. You know,
yeah,
like,
they're not controversial.
No. Back in the day, he could have done Charlie Rose, but then Charlie Rose started misbehaving.
Charlie Rose would not demean himself to do the guy who got punched by Mike Tyson on a plane. He's doing A-list celebrities.
First of all, he hasn't done anybody in years because he was trying to seduce interns. And second of all, Charlie Rose will interview anybody with a pulse. You better go back. Yeah, Charlie Rose will interview whoever's hot right now. I bet back in the day, Melvin could have gotten a Charlie Rose interview. Hell yeah.
You could have gotten a Larry King interview.
Oh, he could have easily gotten a week on Larry King. Larry King would talk to anybody who was in a headline back then. And
where is the water bottle now?
Absolutely.
You have it?
They were like Larry King did like 4 interviews with the doctor who did the surgery that killed Kanye's mommy. Like he just kept interviewing that guy. Even after the guy was like, I'm not going to talk about the Kanye stuff, right? And Larry was like, sit down, we'll see. Yeah, Larry
had the best direct questions.
Yeah. Maybe Melvin will do the Today Show. I could see him doing the Today Show.
That's Gayle King or
Gayle King does CBS. Maybe he'll do Michael Strahan, GMA.
Yeah.
He's got to do one of those morning network news shows so he can build sympathy from the soccer moms. That's what he needs, I think.
So tell us about the water bottle. Is it true? Is it true? Did you throw a water bottle at him? Well, actually,
it was empty. All right, my client doesn't want to address that conversation at all. My client, what's up? I'm on TV. It's Melvin. Like, okay. All right, Melvin, you've ruined it for yourself. Nobody believes you.
There.
Yeah, but it was great to see. It just felt like the video itself just feels like justice being served, you know? Like, hey, look at him.
Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back.
That's Melvin's friend trying to help him.
JetBlue, man.
So he's still making that goofy face. The fact that he can make a goofy face means that Mike Tyson didn't do anything that he was capable of doing.
He didn't do enough.
You think Melvin needed more?
Yeah, I mean, all these tweets are going like, well, that's what happens when you talk shit in real life and all this. But it's like, he didn't learn his lesson. What are you talking about?
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
But he's still laughing at the end of this.
You think he should have broken his jaw?
Yes, absolutely.
That would have been so awesome. If
Melvin
Melvin
gonna win some money, might as well, do some damage.
They would have put Mike Tyson in jail for assault if he did that, though.
That's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother. You can't cave a man's face in on an airplane. Mike Tyson's like, the video game is literally called Mike Tyson's Knockout. Whether I'm on a plane or not, this is what I do. It's my game.
Hey, boy just got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah, he got f***ed up.
He's got to be.
Trying to ask for an autograph, man. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. Just trying to ask for an autograph. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we can trust that guy. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can trust. I don't know if we can trust Melvin's friend there. I don't know what happened. I was documenting how annoying he was being the whole time. Do you think Melvin knew? He was like, "Oh, we'll sue Mike Tyson. We'll send the video to TMZ." The video had to come from Melvin's friend. So I'm kind of surprised that he didn't. Maybe they left the rest of it in so you knew that there was a camaraderie, so that you knew at first it seemed like everything was okay. Like, clearly the person who sent this to TMZ sent it on Melvin's behalf, right?
Yeah. Very heavily edited.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because
you missed the part where it starts.
Can you imagine that? Like, you heavily edit it to make it seem like your boy didn't do anything, and the whole world still goes, well, clearly it's Melvin's fault. That's how annoying your friend is.
Here's what I think happened. I think he had the water bottle, and he tells his boy, he's like this, and then his boy's recording it, and then he throws it at him to get a reaction, and that was cut.
And the guy filming him went like this. Yes, it'll be hilarious. Yeah, for sure. And so neither one, don't tell anybody about that water bottle. Don't tell anyone about that water bottle. Oh, shit, I'll film it. Great idea. Don't tell him I said it was a great idea. Yeah, I could see that going down.
Release the full cut.
Maybe there is no full cut. Maybe he was, like videoing, and then he put the camera down. He was like, yo, turn the camera back on. I'm going to throw this water bottle at Mike Tyson. He definitely threw the water bottle at Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
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 Because there had to be something that finally made him snap. And it's got to be like, how when you're like messing around with somebody that you don't really like and whatever, it's like, okay, all right. And then they like hit you in the face. And it's not like they hit you hard, but it's just that contact of their hand on your face. Like and that just blood rushes all the way to your forehead and you just get rageful. Spark. Get the fuck away from me. Like it has to be that one push too far where you're like, I don't even like you, dude. Don't get in my space again. All right. Whoa, I thought we were cool, dude. It's me, Melvin.
Yeah, I don't see the water bottle story being made up.
No, and if it was made up, you really think Mike Tyson would have been like, just tell me through a water bottle at me? I don't know. Yeah. We got to cover this up. Like, I come up with a better excuse than that if you're going to make it up, right? I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, but all we can do is think forward into far more peaceful times. Hot dog, Mother's Day is early this year. And if Melvin had a better mother, maybe he wouldn't be so annoying. I bet you had a great mother. And I bet you want to tell your great mother how great she is. And you know what that means? Get her one of these beautiful Steven Singer gold-dipped roses. You hear about the new flavor this year for Mother's Day? Look at that hot dog. Creamsicle, just like the sweet treat that she would give you on those warm spring days. Tell her you love her. Send her a thank you with this Steven Singer Gold Dip Rose Creamsicle, the exclusive Steven Singer color for Mother's Day. It's going to last forever. It's a whole lot better than stupid, dumb, idiot gas station flowers. Look at this. It's a real rose with real petals, but it won't die. It won't wither. It'll keep shiny, new, fresh, beautiful, just like your love for your mother. Like I said, Mother's Day is early this year. Get it done now. Get it done with free, fast shipping at IHateStevenSinger.com. Get them before they're gone, because Steven Singer sells out of these exclusive colors every single year. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com today to order with free shipping, free personalized love note, and free lifetime guarantee. Don't wait. See the entire collection of Steven Singer Gold Dipped Roses starting at only $59. Only available at IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers, real roses for your real love or real mother. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. When I say real mother, I mean, she could be your adopted mother. It doesn't have to be your birth mother. It could just be whoever.
Stepmother.
Could be your stepmother. Whoever raised you. You know what I mean? Whoever did that for you. You know who could use a gift?
Ooh.
Netflix shareholders. Oh, man. What happened to Netflix?
What happened to Netflix?
You didn't hear about Netflix?
I heard about. I thought you were going to lean into CNN Plus.
Oh, we'll
get
about there.
Netflix.
We'll get there. Netflix got the bad news. It's not as bad as CNN Plus. That's why I'm starting light. But
yes,
Netflix stock dropped like 35% this week.
Ooh.
It went down like $100 a share, significantly, because for the first time, Netflix lost subscribers this quarter. Yes, Netflix came out and they told their investors, they said, don't worry, investors. We're going to pick up 2 million subscribers this quarter. And then they picked up the phone. They said, bad news, investors. They said, you don't have the 2 million subscribers? They said, worse. We actually lost 200,000. They said, sell, 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 sell. It's over. The sky is falling. And the value of Netflix dropped tremendously. They're in a furious rebuilding mode because, look, Netflix as a company was predicated on this ability to just stay huge, to just grow exponentially every single quarter. Just grow and grow and grow and grow. And then every other content maker was like, hey, Netflix, we got some streaming shows too. And Netflix was like, for us? And they go, no, we're going to make our own service. And Netflix went, fuck. And then everything became everywhere. The business changed. And Netflix was still, basically, their whole business is, we've got all the subscribers. We just keep growing. We just keep growing and we keep growing. And what happens in short order? And you knew, I told you, Hot Dog, this was going to be a big deal. I told you it was going to be a big deal because it's a big deal within the industry. The fact that Apple TV Plus just came in out of nowhere with like a ridiculous streaming service that you get for free with Final Cut Pro or however it works. I don't know. But they have the biggest series in television with Ted Lasso, wins all the Emmys. And then they go to the Oscars and they win Best Picture. And I'll tell you why Apple TV Plus winning Best Picture is significant. You know who has never won Best Picture?
Netflix has never won Best Picture?
No, bingo, no. Apple TV Plus beat Netflix to Best Picture. That's a big
I don't
deal.
think that's that significant, though. I mean,
the fuck are you talking about? They're spending, what's what? What's what, Hot Dog?
What subscriber is going to be like, oh, I can't believe Apple got the best.
Industry. You know it all counts in the industry, Hot Dog. There's two worlds that we live in. The perception of the subscriber base and the perception of the industry. When it comes to those Oscars, right? When it comes to award season, are all those actors going out there and going like, hey, everybody that buys movie tickets, I hope you all like me? Nope. No, they don't. They rent out fucking billboards in Los Angeles that say, hey, Academy members, I hope you like me. I hope you vote for me. They go on full-out campaigns to try to get the industry to love them even harder so they can get statues. What the industry perception is huge because what it's going to do is it's going to turn around and old Steven Spielberg is going to go like this. I got a movie ready for a streaming platform. Obviously going to go to Netflix, right? And they're like, well, Apple TV Plus won the Oscar for Best Picture last year. And he's like, Netflix the year before? And they go, Netflix the year before never. And Steven Spielberg goes, oh, well, then maybe I'll make my movie with Apple TV Plus. And Netflix is fucked if that happens. Fucked.
But I mean,
you don't think that big name directors that want to win awards but don't want to have to worry about box office at all aren't going to go with the streaming service that wins awards?
How does the streaming service help? I mean, they're getting money either way so you could do your project.
Then
How
why
would
do
me getting?
No, totally, because just think about all the great movies on Tubi.
Well, I mean, if I'm getting $100 million from Netflix or $100 million from Apple to make a movie, that doesn't change the quality of the movie.
If Macy's and Bloomingdale's both offer you the same money to sell your product in their stores, which one you going with?
Whoever has the most people walking in that store.
No, you're going with fucking Bloomingdale's. Because if you go on Bloomingdale's, you have a premier product. If you sell your store in Bloomingdale's, you have a luxury upper echelon product. If you sell your product in Macy's, you don't have that. I don't want to disgrace anything with Macy's. Maybe
$100 million, though.
You know, maybe one day Notsam clothing will be available in Macy's. But in the meantime, comparatively speaking, we'll just say it's not Bloomingdale's, okay? That's
okay.
Macy's and Bloomingdale's, no. And you know, don't be sitting there like you don't know, hot dog. You know that matters. You know they want their statues. And you know that they go. That's why when you do a horror movie, okay? Horror movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Blow's Movie Emporium goes, we'll give you $1 million if we can make your movie. And Blumhouse goes, we'll give you $750,000 if we can make your movie. You're going with $750 and going over to Blumhouse because Blumhouse is the premier thing. You're not going with Joe Blow for the extra $250.
Well, Joe Blow also doesn't have the subscribers that, Netflix has.
They don't give a fuck about subscribers. That's the whole point of being on streaming. They don't care. The only people that they want to watch their movie are the decision makers. They don't care. They don't make more money from people watching their movie unless they have something in the deal that says if you have X number of eyeballs on your movie, you get more money. Then they'll go, oh, I hope a lot of people see the movie. But if they don't, Steven Spielberg doesn't have to sign that deal. And we'll give you a bonus if you get more eyeballs. How about you just give me the money? I'm Steven Spielberg. How about that? How about this? How about there's a bonus that says, go fuck yourself? How about that for the bonus? And they're like, okay, all right, you can have the money. Yeah. You kidding me? And now the Batman's over here on HBO Max. Who's going to watch Netflix?
Yeah.
The Batman's on HBO. Who's watching Netflix?
We got that Rock movie though. What is it? Red Notice?
I mean, look. You know what I saw?
It's Hollywood actor.
You know what I saw? And look, and guess what happened? It didn't do nothing. Guess what? The Rock did a movie on Netflix. Nobody said a word. Jason Sudeikis does a series on Apple TV Plus. It rejuvenates his career.
Oh, like Netflix doesn't have a bunch of series. I look. We're not gonna compare the two.
And then I turned on Netflix last night. I'm gonna say with all this stuff going on, and Netflix goes like this. They go, we got new programming. I go, all right, show me your new programming because I just watched. I talked about it on Wednesday. The WeWork show on Apple TV Plus, fabulous. The Uber show on Showtime, fabulous. The SRNow show on Hulu, fabulous. What do you got for me, Netflix? And they were like, we got a documentary on Abercrombie and Fitch. I went, okay. I said, you know what? The Von Dutch documentary was fire on Hulu. Fire. All right, let me turn on the Abercrombie and Fitch documentary. It was terrible. It was terrible. Honestly, it made me go, I'm not reading the article. I'm sitting there going like, Netflix, this is your Abercrombie and Fitch doc? Abercrombie and Fitch was a generational brand. This is the best you can do? It sucked. It was terrible. It was not good. And the story is interesting enough because as it turns out, Abercrombie and Fitch, quite racist. Quite racist. But it wasn't a compellingly produced movie. It wasn't good. It was not good. I was tired. Like I said, I couldn't stay up till midnight last night. You know why? Because the Abercrombie doc made me tired. It was exhausting to watch. It wasn't a pleasure. It wasn't a pleasure.
I'm sure you'll like this show they have on Netflix. It's called Old Enough. And it is.
Oh, I saw the commercial. I saw the preview for that. It does look pretty good.
Yeah, it's in Japan, and its parents send out their toddlers to do chores, and the camera crew goes and follows them. It's amazing.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a terrible show. It sounds like a pretty good
No,
show. It sounds pretty good.
awesome.
It sounds pretty good. I will give it a try. I'll probably watch it with my kids. They'll probably get a kick out of it. You know
They love it.
You know what
Wholesome.
show? You know what show my kids love?
What?
Is It Cake?
There we go.
They can't believe it.
They're pivoting. Netflix is just pivoting.
Yeah, they're like, instead of paying a bunch of money for really good content, let's put up really content for like children and stupid people.
Yeah.
Let's create content for brains that haven't been fully developed yet. Maybe that's the plan. I don't know.
All the reality shows that are coming out, they kill it. They're still the kings. They
They are the kings of reality shows. They are. Love on the Spectrum is incredible. That's an incredible show. Blind Until Marriage, or whatever that show is called, is excellent.
The new one that came
The
out.
Circle. The Circle's really good.
Yeah, the Ultimatum.
I haven't watched The Ultimatum yet. It does look good.
Yeah.
I don't know why Netflix has decided that the Lachey's are the only people that can host reality shows.
Yeah, they're hosting like 3 of them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They're like, Netflix is over there like, we got the Lachey's. Let's have them host everything. But what gets ridiculous about this Netflix thing is like everybody tries to fit it into whatever they want it to fit into. Like all the right wingers are like, yeah, that's because people are tired of Netflix being woke. I was like, what?
Go broke.
I was like, what? Is
That's
Netflix?
what it was.
Is Netflix woke?
That's what it was the last month. 200,000 people said this is too much wokeness.
Too much wokeness. And I was like, what's woke? I mean, I don't know. Tinder Swindler was all right. Like, I didn't think, do you think a Tinder Swindler was woke? Did they trick me? Did I not know I was watching wokeness? I watched the Jimmy Savile documentary. I mean, it was anti-Jimmy Savile, but I didn't find it to be woke. He seemed like a monster.
They sneak the wokeness in there so you don't notice.
No wonder they went. No wonder they went broke. No wonder. Yeah.
Or it could just be that streaming service can't just expand indefinitely forever, and
That's what it is.
eventually you kind of plateau and you hit
They're plateauing, and it's tougher to find content now because everybody's creating their own streaming services. I mean, but then Netflix turns around, and you know what? One of the things they're blaming it on is
what?
Password sharing.
Oh God, no! Here we go.
I'm like, stop. And they're like, no, we're gonna create a new thing where you can pay extra money to share your passwords. And it's like, no, we weren't doing this with permission before. No, we're not doing that. Yeah. Netflix is like, wow, there's probably 7 million people sharing their passwords with 7 million other people. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that that's what it is. Password sharing. And then people were like, oh, we can't share our passwords? Let's all unsubscribe. Surely. That's definitely it. Not that you just want to not have people share passwords anymore.
And I'm sure that wouldn't piss people off if you made them
not share their
accounts.
passwords.
Yeah.
Please stop sharing your passwords. Like, you know who gets pissed off when you can't share passwords anymore? The people who weren't paying for an account.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, if I'm paying for an account and I can't share my password anymore, I'm not canceling my account. I'm just not letting my buddy use my password anymore.
Do you think my brother in DR is gonna get a Netflix account if he can't no longer log into mine?
Yeah, but the problem with that, and they're like, well, see, that's why we're losing subscribers. He never did subscribe. He was using Hot Dog's password.
Of course.
And then at the same time, I mean, we thought it was bad news for Netflix. God bless Netflix, but CNN Plus goes down hard. CNN Plus went down hard. They didn't even last as long as Quibi. Did you know that Quibi was around longer than CNN Plus?
I didn't even know CNN Plus was a thing until it was gone.
It was so short. It's like, it's one of those things where you're like, what could the plan have possibly been? How could anything not work that quickly? Unless you realized from the beginning it wasn't going to work, because you're pretty much from the beginning now. Like,
how about you stick around with it for a little bit and let it fail a little bit more? Maybe try to turn it around. That's not even enough time to turn things around if it's a failure.
No, it's just like, there's no way. Like, what was it in business for? 2 weeks? You knew 2 weeks ago it was a failure. You couldn't have just found that out now. Oh, we just realized that CNN is on 24 hours a day anyway. What if I told you could watch CNN 28 hours a day? What are you talking about? Like, it's already on all day. There already is a CNN app. It's called CNN. It's already always on. I can't imagine any. I mean, I guess Fox News has their app too.
Fox Nation.
But
with Tyrus.
yeah, is that what it is? It's Brodus Clay 24 hours a day. Yeah. Brodus is going to be sitting down and asking the tough questions. My first guess is Billy Corgan. How did I?
NWA television title.
He's on television. It makes sense. It's the only wrestling championship in the industry that makes any sense. Yeah, I guess Fox like markets their personalities so well and has people like create their lifestyles around their personalities that I guess there are people that will be like, I need more Tucker. I can't just do an hour a night. I need more Tucker. And Tucker's like, what if I told you there were guys tanning their testicles? And they were like, if you told me, I would sit down and listen. Why? And he's like, well, I got this documentary you got to see. I'm there for it. Like,
yeah, I think they have a lot more loyal viewers.
Yes. Yeah, and they're.
Like, I used to watch Cuomo, but once Cuomo was gone.
But also, would you ever subscribe to an app to be like, I need some more Chris Cuomo?
No. And once he was off there, I didn't go, whoa, where's he now? I was like,
okay. I mean, that part of my life is over. I mean, Don Lemon literally did an interview where he said he's going to do an interview show on CNN Plus, and he's going to be like this generation's Johnny Carson. It's like, no, you're not, dude.
No.
Like, you already do what you do. Like, you're a news anchor guy, man, on CNN.
This is your main thing.
That's
already not going to be your main thing.
Nobody's going to watch it. It's CNN Plus. Like, from the beginning, nobody's going to watch that. And that's the thing. Like, nobody, and I mean nobody, was sitting there going, God damn it, why don't they give Don Lemon a talk show? like nobody.
Also, the logic, if you're going to be Carlson, why wouldn't you do that on the biggest platform you have, which is CNN?
Yeah, just do that on the show, on the cable show. He's like, no, on streaming. Oh, okay. Like, if Jimmy Fallon were like, I'm leaving the Tonight Show, and they're going to have to find a new host, do you think even one person would be like, Don Lemon? Of course. No one. Even people who like Don Lemon wouldn't be like, he should be a late night host. You know what people think Don Lemon should be doing if they like Don Lemon? The news. He should be hosting the news. Let us know what's going on in the news.
Tonight, Donald Trump is at it again.
Right. And you're like, he hasn't been the president in 2 years, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I'm not flabbergasted that CNN Plus has gone away. I can't imagine what the plan was from the beginning.
Just the lack of devotion or like, hey, this thing is failing, but it's only been 2 weeks. Okay, let's turn it around. Let's maybe remarket. Let's get a marketing campaign going, a marketing blitz.
I mean,
just close it down.
Can you imagine watching cable news and being like, not enough? There's not enough. That's so crazy to me. We're just like,
but it wasn't even cable news though. It was just like a supplementary, it was like, they didn't have a documentary or like a show about Anderson Cooper being a dad or something. Or
it's like, no one cares. No one cares. Why are you stretching so thin to get content? Just do a YouTube channel. Throw some shit on YouTube and turn the ads on. Let Don Lemon do a 10-minute interview show on his YouTube channel. Boom. Bob's your uncle. Done.
You know who looks like a big fucking asshole?
Who's that?
Chris Wallace.
Yeah. Well, they said, because he's not on CNN, right? He's on exclusively on
CNN Plus.
That's the other thing. They went like this. They said, people will subscribe to this platform because they miss Chris Wallace so much. And you were like, Christopher Wallace, the Notorious B.I.G.? No. The other Chris Wallace. Oh. Because I'll subscribe to the Notorious B.I.G. streaming service. No, we don't have that, Christopher Wallace. We have the other.
Stop bringing it up.
Stop. Stop.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. P. Diddy pops up. What did you just say? No, go away, Sean. Go away. No, it's the other Chris Wallace. No, I forgot there was another Chris Wallace. I didn't. Well, you can only
Chris Wallace, the guy from Fox News who had Fox News viewers who thought he was too liberal.
Right.
Those people are going to now jump over to CNN.
Right.
And listen to and watch Chris Wallace.
You know who played it right is Shep Smith. Shep Smith is like, I'm just going to do the news on another channel. And people were like, okay. It's like, it doesn't matter.
There you go.
Chris
Both on the
Wallace
wheel.
is like, I'm a little bit bigger than Shep Smith, okay? People are going to pay a monthly fee to hear me read the news. What? Oh, and there'll be interviews too. Oh, yeah. Because if there's one thing we don't have enough of in 2022, it's people doing interviews. Why aren't there more interviews with people?
Revolutionary idea.
But it's like it's streaming, so we can be a little more laid back. We don't have to worry about the commercial breaks. We don't. Oh, like every podcast has been for 10 years already? Oh, cool. Sign me up. They said that some of the CNN Plus shows are going to HBO Max Discovery, which
Yes.
that probably is just what they have to do because they have to pay Chris Wallace's contract out, right?
Or just bring him over to CNN.
Just put him on CNN. Give him Chris Cuomo. Who's in Chris Cuomo's spot?
I had no idea.
Me neither. He's been gone for a year, and neither of us have any clue who's doing the primetime slot.
Put him there.
Put him under,
Have your one conservative guy there in prime time.
He's conservative?
He's conservative. He's George Bush conservative. He's not a Trump,
Oh. Rhino?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And John McCain, Rhino conservative.
I gotcha. Oh, like he's Republican, but he still respects war heroes.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we don't fuck with those.
Yeah.
Throw him there on prime time.
I mean,
You would have to figure the person who thought of this whole idea is fired.
the person who was in charge of CNN Plus was indeed fired. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Whoever was the person in charge of CNN Plus was indeed let go from their position. Yes, they were fired. Although I guarantee you, that's not the person who thought of CNN Plus. Like the person who thought of CNN Plus was like, well, clearly we have to fire that person over there, right, guys? Right? Like that person there. You know how these things work. Good news. You're going to be
how much money they threw at CNN Plus?
$17
times 300 million.
No. They didn't do that.
Yep, $300 million went into CNN Plus.
On what?
I don't know.
I tell you who made out like a bandit. I hope all the personalities. I hope Don Lemon got paid in advance for all his shows, and now he doesn't have to do any of them.
Yeah.
Chris Cuomo, that's more money he could have had, huh?
They could have given us $300 million. We would have figured something out.
Yeah, just put Sam Roberts Now over there. Can you imagine if I was like, hey, I know you like Sam Roberts Now, but I'm going to start my own streaming platform. It's going to cost however much. I mean, maybe one day, but like
Sam Roberts Plus.
Sam Roberts Plus.
Just so you can get more Sam Roberts content. But it's different.
And they're like, okay, so you're going to do the radio show 4 days a week. Yep. The wrestling podcast. Yep. The Patreon for the wrestling podcast. Yep. Sam Roberts Now twice a week. Yep. Sopranos Prima Volta. Yep. You're going to pop up on WWE TV. Uh-huh. You're going to be on social media all the time. Correct. And now you want us to pay because that way we can get more Sam Roberts. I failed to see how this could possibly go wrong. I think clearly this is where we're going. Yes.
And the heavy hitter show is going on there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. I know you like this, but I'm a painter at heart. I've always, I think that my future is the new Bob Ross. So I'm going to do a painting show only on Sam Roberts Plus, not Sam Plus.
It's a great idea.
Oh, I love it.
Could I get a show on Sam Roberts Plus?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yep. The hot dog hour on Not Sam Plus.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely.
We're building an empire.
But no comedy on that show. I want you to only be serious hot takes on the news of the day and how we can improve as a society.
I'll print out AP News and I'll get the wire and I'll just read it out for an hour and a half.
Every single night, by the way, 7 nights a week.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
yes.
Of course. Of course, because we need more. More is better. Speaking of more being better, I want to hear from more of you. If there are more of you that want to contribute to tonight's show, throw in those super chats. Every super chat here on Sam Roberts Now gets acknowledged. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn your alerts on. I didn't get a chance to upload Prima Volta today. Maybe it'll probably go up tonight, maybe tomorrow sometime. I don't know. There's all this stuff going on. I've been planning Notsam Plus, and it's just it's been taking
big launch.
Yeah, it's been taking a lot of time. So we got about 10 days worth of programming in the hole, and then after that, I can't see us canceling that quick.
Yeah. No, we'll release a schedule soon. Don't worry, folks.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to these super chats. Again, you want your comment acknowledged. I see some of them coming in. They're coming in quick. If you wanted them to be acknowledged, super chat them in. Robert Allen Burton starts out, shout out to that Corey dude, a righteous brother. Righteous indeed. Andre Gonzalez, will you confirm that hot sauce is the best? Hot sauce is, quite frankly, better than hot dog over here. Hot sauce is indeed the best.
I can't disagree with that.
You ever had Frank's Red Hot?
Yes.
It's good, right?
Love it. So good.
So good. I made some chicken the other day with some honey in there, but I realized I used a little too much honey. It was a little too sweet. I put some Frank's Red Hot on there. It was like the perfect balance of flavors. It was incredible.
Shower all my food in it.
Increíble. Reggie Peterson. Oh, wow, hot dog. I see you are keeping up with the kids. Did you really say off rip, which came from off the rip that black people stopped saying in 2008? Did you say off rip?
I did say off rip, but that's not.
What's off rip? What's off rip? That's, yeah, not
like,
yours.
Like on site.
Oh. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hot dogs over here being 2000 and late? Come on.
Come on. I'm a kid in my 30s.
Oh. You're 30 years old. You said off rip. I missed that one. Off rip. Thought you could just slide that in, huh?
Every now and then I come to you with some of the stuff I heard the kids talking about.
Right, your underlings at work. Isn't that scary that hot dog has underlings? Can you imagine? Like,
I have underlings.
That's so crazy. Have you ever shown your underlings that shirt of you, that picture of you sitting there with no shirt and your underpants in the hotel room?
I'd rather die.
Monk Q, why aren't there cameras on planes? We have them on trains, buses, and even taxis. Shouldn't we have them on planes by now? Yeah, I can't think of a good reason why we wouldn't have a camera on a plane. Terrible things have happened on airplanes. We should have cameras.
There's so many witnesses. I feel like maybe they just figure it's useless.
Yeah, because if there's one thing that's better than a camera, it's eyewitness testimony.
Yeah.
Who needs a camera? Let's just ask that guy what happened. He'll tell us. Six Crow. Dude, you have the perfect flex. A pic with Tyson and a story of being a black MFer. And you didn't use it? Respect for the restraint. That's true. He called me that, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that.
He left the room and he looked at me and he shook my hand. He said, "You're a black motherfucker." And I said,
"Yeah."
I said, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate it."
Yes, I am.
I appreciate that. Yes, I am. Thank you very, very much. That Corey dude, thank you very much for the contribution. Colin Wagoner, have you seen the Andy Dick situation? Well, I don't know anything about any Andy Dick situation. I saw there was a Bill Murray situation. I don't know anything about
what's Andy Dick up to now?
I don't know. Are they bringing back news radio? I hope so. Rest in peace to Phil Hartman, by the way. I saw it says 3 days.
Andy Dick gets welfare check by police after roommate pulls gun on visitor during live stream.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole video on it and everything. Yeah, I'll research that a little bit. I'll get back to you on that. That sounds interesting. That Corey dude. Oh, I did that one. Ben Ratner. Oh, Rat. I was laid off from CNN Plus yesterday. Well, I think the fact that they hired
paycheck, baby.
Yeah, you got your 2 weeks. Maybe the fact that they were hiring people like Ben Ratner is why they went under. I think that's possible. It's at least worth discussing. King Buzzo, shout out to our boy Mike Montone and the Savage Sack Tap streaming Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You hear Mike Montone's coverage of the car show?
No, I haven't heard it yet. Is it good?
You know what his angle was?
What?
He was going up to the PR people that are there to promote the cars.
Yeah.
And he was asking if the car was a good car to masturbate in.
Oh God. I'm so happy. I'm kind of glad I didn't go.
He almost got thrown out of the Jacob Javits Center because he kept. At one point, he was actually in a car with a salesperson, a sales rep, and like they were in the driver's seat and he was in the front seat, passenger, and they were showing how like Amazon Alexa is included in the car, and he just started talking to him about masturbating in the car.
Oh.
It was really uncomfortable. Robert Allen Burton, thank you. Reggie Peterson has an update. We used to say on site back in 2008. Also, it's in a bunch of Dipset and Lil Wayne songs. That's Dipset.
What does it mean? It stopped being cool.
I.
I know what I hear in the streets.
The streets.
The streets.
There's no cubicles in the streets.
The streets of, Wall Street.
You don't work on Wall Street either.
It's the block. I'm around the block.
You don't work in finance. This gen has evolved so fast that stuff 10-year-old slang is back. Yeah, I guess the rotation is way quicker now. Yeah, that's true.
There we go. That's probably what it is.
Every 5 years, it's cool to say dope again. It's so dope.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Dan Heron, Hot Dog Plus. Somebody wants to subscribe to Hot Dog Plus. And Robert Allen Burton, I appreciate the contribution. You are the man. You are the man. Oi. You like Dipset?
Not really. I only know like the big one, like the big songs.
Hey, girl, you make my whistle blow.
I don't know that one.
Are you serious?
Maybe if I heard the song.
Okay, time to whistle at her.
No, it's not clicking.
I don't know if I could do the show with you. You might have just gotten yourself fired from Hot Dog Plus.
No, who's
Yeah.
replacing me?
Chris Cuomo.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's looking.
You know who I would hire if I could hire any television personalities in the world?
Who?
Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Yo, they're great.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. And by the way, open parentheses, #_ says, Sam, you're funny. You fooled Tim Heidrecker into thinking you were serious about the new Kid Rock songs. The king of sarcasm just got out-sarcasmed by the man. Eat a dick, Tim. And like it. Hey, by the way, I'm going to cheers with you later. See y'all later. Have a good one, everybody.